Someone please explain to me why there is a saber on the Zelda title screen. I don't think
It's
I've ever
decoration.
seen a saber.
Well,
in
the
any
thing is-
Zelda game ever.
Hey Johnny, guess what? Hey Johnny, look at this. Look what's on the screen right now. Look, it's The Legend of Zelda.
Dude.
That's what that means.
Ed, this doesn't fucking count.
What
This
do you
isn't
mean?
yes or later.
Yes, it does, Johnny O. You lost the fucking bet. Give the fans the month of Pokémons.
Matt, we're in Zelda again. Ah, fuck!
You hold
Many
in your
years ago, Prince
hand.
Darkness,
So
Ganon.
this is laser beam.
Ganon's
Am I
there,
the
kick
only
his
one
ass.
who can't listen to this version of the theme without hearing Brentalfloss singing it?
Admittedly, I can't either anymore. It's actually
Who
one
the
of my
fuck is
favorite
Bronofloss?
bosses.
Who the fuck is Bronofloss?
Oh, we have something to show you when we're done with this video.
Never heard Brentalfloss, huh?
You don't get on the internet very much,
No,
do
I
you?
haven't.
You were
That
deprived
power.
as a
Yes,
child.
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, it's porn related. No, it's all porn related.
wasn't around when we were children. All of us.
Triforce, one triangle. Please look up the manual for details.
Really?
You guys are ahead of me? Where you guys at? I'm at 115.
I remember when games had manuals that didn't suck. Zelda was
Yeah,
one of those.
those were the days.
These days, we get like what Mass Effect 3 has, which
Actually,
is a flap and an in-game manual.
Ugh.
Hey, you thief!
No,
You
this isn't no, this
Name.
isn't
Don't you
this is
dare-
Bo-
What
this
name
is
is
Bo
that
Church.
supposed to be? What
Force.
name is that supposed to
Wait,
be?
Matt. Okay, he's technically not the same. Ours is Bort, his is Bo-ert.
It's dangerous to go alone. It's dangerous to go alone. Take my sword, but please leave the pictures of my wife. That's all I have left.
We now have a wooden sword that shoots laser beams.
Yeah,
Yes.
no.
So here's Zelda 1.
Aren't you so glad you did this for us, Ted?
Well, the
Admittedly,
reward was well
first-
worth it, I'll admit that.
Admittedly, when I
Wait.
first played this game, I thought that Link was just throwing his sword at everything.
No, it just shoots laser beams.
And you know, I'm
wait,
I'm not sure I quite understand why the damn sword runs out of laser beams, like after every 2 or 3 hits, and they didn't think to include, like, you know, an ammo count or something.
No, how it works is that if you have full health, you can shoot the laser beam, which means that in this playthrough, I am trying desperately to stay at full health at all times.
Ted, if I've seen
Spoiler
the
alert,
raw,
I don't do very well.
Here. I've seen the rawest Ted. It's gonna be an absolute fucking disaster.
Yes, like, watch about, right
Or
about...
I don't play another Zelda game with
You
this
hang
channel.
around to fight these things. They keep respawning.
No, they
it's-
die after a certain...
Step number
Matt.
1.
Ted, that wasn't even 3 minutes!
Oops.
What the shit?
You
Three-
don't say.
Goddamn, Ted, what the fuck?
And this is why you're not playing any other Zelda games for us.
Oh, boo-hoo, I don't get to play any Zelda games. I am so upset about this.
To be fair, Zelda 1 does not quite have the flow of other Zelda games, so it is...
The control sucks ass, is what you're
Exactly,
saying.
which makes it harder to play. I had
mean,
trouble with Zelda 1,
you're
but I don't have
fast.
any trouble with the other 2D Zeldas that I've played.
For anybody who thinks that the game's control still is good, go play A Link to the Past for 2 minutes, then come back to this, and it's so stiff. Why can I shoot my boomerang in 8 directions, but only move in 4? Why?
Welcome to NES Gaming, Ted.
Yeah, but you can move in 8 directions in other top-down games. Why not Zelda?
This was done before all the others. This was a learning experience. What the fuck, Ted? 4 minutes?
Sorry.
That's hardly a minute.
Yeah, it was a learning experience, and instead of building on this for the second game, they made a completely different playstyle.
And that sucked even worse.
And not really. I mean, I could sit there and enjoy it. I'll get my ass kicked left, right, and sideways, but I'll still look at it and say I enjoyed it.
Woo, we have bombs.
So, because Ted was not lucky enough to get a bomb drop from one of the blue box. What the fuck? okay, I'll go back into the cave.
You know, I love how these street vendors are like, you know, working out.
Come on, dude.
Okay. Okay, I'll just say it right now. First off, I suck, so that's half of the reason. okay, 75% of the reason for my deaths. The other
90%.
part is that I'm still getting used to the shit control at this point.
Jesus!
Hey,
Ted,
it's
3
the
deaths
old man
in less
again.
than 5 minutes.
I die even more in this part, so stay tuned for that.
Oh,
I-
Ted, you're gonna make my day.
I have to ask, why are the salespeople working out of caves on the coastline?
Because there's
Because
no such
they
thing
didn't
as
build
houses.
It's Hyrule. This was before the 7-Elevens and whatnot. You can't go to the old town pawn shop and get the magic armor you need. No, you gotta do it the hard way.
Well,
Yeah.
So
I was
Ted, you
under
get a bomb.
that in
How are you-
medieval
how are you
times
approaching
there
this
were
playthrough?
things like,
He's trying to survive. That's what
How
he's
was
doing.
I approaching this
Besides the
playthrough? Johnny, let me just... little trivia. I had Zelda Dungeon open the entire time I was playing this.
It's noticeable. I noticed it every
Oh,
time.
come on.
Exactly when you're looking at the guide.
Oh, it gets worse in later. I tended to pause the game a lot while I was looking at the guide, so you'll see a lot of times when the game pause screen shifts up, you'll hear a little cut in the music, and then I'll go back to the game. I'm cutting out like a good 10 seconds each time because I'm looking at the guide. Okay, where the hell do I go next?
Yeah,
Because
pretty much
this game
down
is
again.
by far one of the worst examples of non-linear gaming I've ever seen. There is literally no direction.
Sure, there is.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Oh, there's the direction. Find 8 Triforce pieces. Yeah.
that's all we had when we were kids.
Death number
Man,
6.
Yeah,
Bitch.
it speaks a lot to the lack of direction when a fucking Elder Scrolls game has more direction than this.
It's just
That's
that.
the reference that I would laugh if I ever played an Elder Scrolls game.
Here's the thing. It's like you've got that map in the top left corner of the screen, and it does absolutely nothing.
Well,
Why not
it
just have
sorta
like a little
helps.
1,
It's
2,
a
3,
big-
4, 5, 6,
It's a
7,
big
8.
fucking gray square with a green square telling you what part of the world you're in, and nothing else.
That's all we had going as kids. Shit.
Yeah.
No, you had that fucking guide that came with every copy of the game.
Yeah, and by the time you were old enough to get around to playing it, you had the internet, so there.
Right. See, I mean, you had it better with both ways, Ted. You could get sidetracked with porn, and you could look up how to beat this game.
Yes, that's a very nice pause screen.
Johnny,
So, Ted, I take it you're never going to do a swordless second quest run for us.
With 3
Fuck.
hearts.
Yeah, 3 hearts.
Come on, make my day.
Swordless.
that'll be
Sword-
that'll be his payment for a month of Pokemon 2. Do a swordless 3 heart run of a second quest.
I'd rather play-
Swordless.
You can
Me-
go
me-
through the game without picking up a sword.
Well, the
But I
first
wouldn't
quest,
recommend it.
the first quest anyway,
Why?
because you
Because-
can.
Out there.
Gamers like to put stupid challenges on themselves, Lewis.
What? Is the point?
Ted, I mean, Lewis, you'd be surprised how many masochist gamers really are.
Yep.
Well-
Hey, look, we're at the final dungeon of the game already.
Ted, there's a
That
heart
we're
right
not.
in that mountain. There's a heart right in that mountain. Don't die. Don't die.
I'm on.
More to your right.
To the right.
Well, I bombed to the right and it didn't.
No,
play.
Further to the right.
And
That's a nice spot.
the bomb explosion reached that part. It should. The game's so picky.
It's not a Link to the Past.
It should be a Link to the Past. That's at least decent.
You got a heart.
Error ratio. What be that?
At the
I
very least,
hate
in
those
this
things.
tech types.
Hearts?
I fucking.
Wait. You ate hearts? What happened? Bad Valentine's Day?
No, he meant
Oh.
that guy. He meant the guy from Temple of Doom.
I meant the fucking jumping around eyeball things.
Those are Tektites, I think.
Right.
Those are tech types,
What?
yeah.
Techites, Stalkites, potato, I don't give a shit.
I don't care what they're called. I hate them. They're fucking annoying.
I hate those fucking P-hats because you can't ever kill them.
Yes,
know
you can.
what
As a matter
hate
of fact,
video games?
do later on in the playthrough.
You know what I really hate in
I
video
don't
games?
remember killing any of them.
You know what I really hate in video games? Enemies that have better range of movement than I do.
Exactly.
You
Let's-
are- Oh,
let's
I got
gamble.
it.
Sweet 50.
Woo.
It did better than
Johnny.
I did.
Yeah, I know. Me and Johnny got ripped off a few times by this. Every fucking time we'd be to the left, and we never knew any better. We were like, "Oh fuck!" The
No.
blue ring was a real bitch.
Oh, you can't. Oh, that's the
See,
only one that
you
I've.
can kill them.
Yeah,
told
but
you.
I stabbed it right there and it didn't get damaged.
Because
Because
you
it
can
wasn't
only
on the
hurt it
ground.
while it's... Yeah, you can only hurt it while it's not moving.
See?
Well, it wasn't
Ted!
moving there, and I stabbed it, and it didn't die.
Ed, leave the
And
peanut
I'm like,
Leave the peahats alone.
Why are
And
you
you know-
bothering to try and attack them?
You know what that jump-
Because they might drop bombs or something. I don't know.
It's a secret to everybody. It's a big fucking gemstone.
I find it funnier that the moblins are more friendly than the old men you meet.
Yeah.
You guys are the enemy? Fuck, put it there, champ.
Well, I guess being monsters, they're used to people bursting into their houses more often than the
I
normal.
hate Tektites.
They're easy as fucking Ocarina of Time.
Well, that's because they don't do
I-
anything in Ocarina of Time.
In Ocarina of Time, they're pathetically easy to kill, and I love their death animation cry.
In Ocarina of Time, you have the range of movement to avoid them.
So to shoot the old woman.
I approve of the Scottish accent.
It's
Which
a
old
restraining-
woman?
It's a restraining order.
Any of the old ones.
Which
If you
old
know-
woman specifically? There are a lot of old women in the world.
Just one in one specific place you're supposed to take it to.
And then you'll be able to buy
There's
potions.
not. There's like,
I
I think there's like maybe one old woman at best you find in this game, maybe two if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And then there's the, sexy one in the next game that heals you, quote unquote.
Ah, the blowjob. Love that lady. Although, like, God forbid you go in the wrong house and get that. Oh, baby, what's your name? I am Error.
I assume we're getting the candle.
Yep.
What is with that I am error
That's his
message?
That's his
anyway?
name.
Name. That's
Do you
what his
think-
mother-
It's probably a bad Japanese translation of like Errol as a reference to Errol Flynn, another swords
No.
and shield person, but
Sorry, Ryan. No, it's not. That's actually what he was called.
oh,
Literally.
really?
Yeah. I like to imagine it his mother looking at him as a sheer accident. Oh, don't mind this error.
Error. That's a good name.
What? Mommy decided to name him Oops, and Dad didn't have any objections.
That was gone. That was off to quote fight the good fight.
Wait. This isn't one of those endless staircase deals, is it?
No, you find a dungeon up here, but it's like dungeon 5, so.
So why are you going in it?
Why are
No,
you
we're
going
not-
to Dungeon 5 before Dungeon 1?
Because
That
I went the wrong way. Oh, god damn it!
This is going to be the worst Zelda 1 LP on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you glitched through the enemy. Awesome.
Ah.
Hold on, guys. I'm a little behind. Where are you at? I'm at 1232.
By the way,
5,
how is a
6.
player supposed to know which dungeon is Dungeon 1 and which dungeon is Dungeon 5 before
Map.
playing the game?
Map.
Hey.
Lewis, you don't. That's the
Wait,
answer.
your enemies can shoot the laser swords too?
Yes.
Yeah, and they'll kick your
And
ass.
Here, he just got gang raped.
Why don't you just ignore it?
At least you
Ed-
admitted that one was purely your fault.
Ted, Ted, you get a plus 10 for bravery, but a minus 2 for intelligence.
Thank you. You just ignored him.
So wait, Ted, how are you? How exactly are? What do you plan on doing for this playthrough? Are you 100%ing it? Are you getting everything?
I'm getting all the hearts because I need all the hearts I can get.
Oh, so I assume that because the sword is no longer made up of brown pixels, that it's actually made of metal.
Yes.
Yes, it's a whiteboard.
I feel less ineffectual now.
You
Not
still
only
get your
that,
ass kicked though, because you take so much fucking damage from enemies.
You can only get the white sword after you get a certain amount of hearts.
Yeah.
Which
And
I
as-
hate the quote for it though. It's like master using it and you can have it. This, and I'm just
Master
like, no.
using
Why don't you
what?
just say get more hearts than you can have this?
Why
Because
not?
Still not as useful as the Big Goron sword.
Master using what?
That's-
That's the point, Lewis. The translation's horrible.
no.
So, by the power of greeting cards,
By the gods of Hallmark,
I think what Ted's getting at is that the translation, what it implies is that master using it and you can have it means that we get a chance to practice with it before we can keep it. No, what you mean is we need more hearts in order to get it. Then just say that.
Well, I
So-
mean, I at least assume that I have to do something to prove my worth with swordsmanship. That has nothing to do with finding hearts.
you stayed alive. That is
Yeah,
proof
that's
enough.
exactly it. That's exactly it, Lewis. I think they were supposed to show your mastery of the weapon, of the gameplay, basic gameplay itself, rather than. Oh fuck, Ted.
Thing is, but what you're really mastering is the use of bombs on random walls and shit. It
I'd
has
really
nothing
like
do
to see
with
what the original Japanese text was for a lot of these, because I wonder how bad the translation really is.
That's useless unless you can actually read it.
Well, I'd like to see like a literal translation as opposed to the shit that they gave
Save
us.
it for next part.
Oh, look, the part's over.
Shitload of
again.
katakana. That's all you're gonna get.